While the term modern classic itself is a touch oxymoronic, if you're not familiar with the category, then think modern motorcycles styled to look retro, nostalgic or traditional. Motorcycles that wouldn't look out of place parked outside the Ace Cafe during the 1960s. With new entries from the BSA Gold Star 650 and Kawasaki Z650 rupees. If you're looking ahead to taking a trip down memory lane, take a look at what we consider to be today's best modern classic options. CF Moto 700 CLX Heritage. You know what, we wouldn't blame you if you considered fast-growing Chinese firm CF Moto as a bit of an imposter in this company. After all, the company was only founded in 1989. As such, the retro-flavored version of its new 700cc middleweight triumvirate, the CF Moto 700 CLX Heritage, is more of an understated tribute to the modern classic ethos. That's not to discredit the Heritage though, for it is a handsome, excellent value option available for just £6,599. It is a bit of a mongrel though, with its design coming from the house of KTM. Its aging yet still fizzy 693cc twin derived from the Kawasaki R6 and switchgear pinched from the BMW parts bin, serving as a reminder the CLX isn't exactly cutting edge. But when compared with the similarly priced Royal Enfield Interceptor 650, the 700 CLX Heritage offers better fit and finish, more kit and an excellent 4-year warranty. Moto Guzzi V7 Special. If we were to rank this list in order of historic significance, then the Moto Guzzi V7 Special would feature further up this list. The Italian marque has just celebrated its centenary, existing today as the classic, more traditional if a little forgotten arm of the Piaggio family. As the more classically styled option in the V7 range, the stripped-back Special oozes charm in a way that is very, how would you describe it? Well, very Italian. Let's put it this way. If one might describe the Triumph Bonneville as a quintessential British gentleman, then the Moto Guzzi V7 Special is its seductive mustachioed Italian cousin in an unbuttoned shirt beckoning you on an Amalfi adventure. It's also one of the more authentic retro models in this list, with its analog dials and exposed oily bits. Even Moto Guzzi's flexible 853cc V-twin engine is a signature throwback to the 1970s. BMW R9T. Take the BMW R9T. It's a fairly back-to-basics motorcycle, albeit a handsome one all the same. It's pleasantly involving to ride with its tuneful 1170cc boxer engine, while there is no denying its air of quality as a BMW product. Except the R9T isn't really a BMW. BMW just puts all of the components together. In fact, as far as BMW is concerned, when a R9T rolls off its production line, it is a blank canvas waiting for you to put your individual stamp on it. Evoking the spirit of the R90S, the R9T tips a nod to the past by encouraging the art of customization and modification. If you prefer your deliveries ready to eat though, BMW handily offers its own factory fresh versions, the Pure, Urban G or S and Scrambler. Kawasaki Z900 rupees. It's amazing what two little letters can do to a motorcycle's image. Well, that and complete redesign and retool. Indeed, while the Kawasaki Z900 an accomplished, quality if rather ordinary naked may not seem the most obvious choice for a deliciously evocative makeover, Kawasaki certainly pulled it off with the Z900 rupees, its effortlessly cool retro brother. A distant spiritual successor, the iconic Kawasaki Z1, the first Kawasaki to wear the Z prefix that continues to flourish today a half-century later. While Japanese firms have sometimes struggled to dial up the charm offensive in this segment, the Z900 rupees keeps it simple, while retaining an air of quality. Better still, while the standard Z900 won't set pulses racing, it is well built, handles well and feels punchy on the road. All traits the Z900 rupees retains while feeling quite a lot more special. BSA Gold Star 650. It's one thing to resurrect an iconic motorcycle, but when that motorcycle is widely regarded as the original modern classic, then you're not simply resurrecting an icon, you're taking responsibility for a legacy stretching 50 years. We are of course referring to the new generation BSA Gold Star. Once upon a time, the must-have motorcycle of its era, the BSA Gold Star returns today in 2022 as a well-judged, surprisingly authentic tribute to a legend of British motorcycling. No-nonsense nostalgia is the theme here, with BSA aka Classic Legends, aka Mahindra, adopting a pure and simple approach when developing the Gold Star 650. So while it's not sharp, it is enjoyably easy to ride. While it's not brimming with gizmos, it's not complicated either. And while it's not quick, its sweet-sounding single-cylinder engine bristles with character. If the original BSA Gold Star changed the future, then the BSA Gold Star 650 is a satisfying trip back down memory lane. Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. Few motorcycles nail the charm offensive as effectively as the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. The Indian giant hasn't deviated terribly far from its misty-eyed approach to motorcycle design, but whereas once the Indian firm's offerings were just considered old-fashioned, today they're very fashionable. By keeping one wheel in the past, the growing popularity of honest, value-orientated motorcycles wrapped in a classic silhouette has seen the market come right around to everything Royal Enfield is about. This is no better demonstrated than on its 650 twins, the Continental GT and the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. Like the BSA Gold Star, the Interceptor 650 won't be rushed, nor will it lavish you with luxury, but with authentic looks, easygoing performance from the 47 bhp engine and a tempting £6,000 starting price, you won't find a motorcycle with as much flair for less cash than the Interceptor 650. CCM Street Moto. If when buying a motorcycle, you prefer not to keep up with the Jones, then venturing left field with a motorcycle from niche British firm CCM could be the way to go. With its range of bobbers, scramblers and trackers, owning a CCM motorcycle is all about knowing you have something just that bit different, just that bit exclusive. Here we have plumped for the CCM Street Moto, which admittedly is one part modern classic, one part flat track, one part scrambler. Whatever, who cares? The CCM Street Moto is 100% cool. Only available in a limited run, so get your skates on. The Street Moto is hand-built with meticulous attention to detail. Things get a little more dated underneath with a 600cc engine from Husqvarna, albeit from when Husqvarna was owned by BMW, and it won't feel as accomplished as, say, a Triumph. But whereas the Triumph seems just a touch too obvious for the discerning rider, the Street Moto is all about the warm, fuzzy feel-good factor. Triumph Speed Twin 900. The Triumph Street Twin is dead. Long live the Triumph Speed Twin 900. The motorcycle formerly known as Street has switched columns to align with the Speed Twin 1200, though this is as dramatic as the changes go. Nevertheless, the Speed Twin 900 is relatively new among Triumph's expansive modern classic lineup. Traditionalists might balk at our pick of the Speed Twin 900 over the icon of retro riding, the Bonneville, but the marginally cheaper Speed Twin 900 gets our vote as a motorcycle that feels as modern as it does classic. Either way, few brands encapsulate the romance of a bygone era better than Triumph, with the Speed Twin embodying the spirit of the 60s in its punchy engine and keen handling, while never seeming anything less than contemporary in the quality and comfort.